Hello and welcome or welcome back to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff, and we also have McBallin here. He's actually in the background here. He'll be here in a second. Today we are rebuilding the Italian Riviera. That's set number 21359. We built this before last year when it first came out, but I thought it was moving, so I wrecked it. And now it's time to rebuild it because I'm going to be using it in my city here shortly. So it's time to have it built and redone. So if you guys were coming to see a well-organized live stream, I'm sorry, you come to the wrong place. We are completely disorganized here, and that's just our thing. And so let me go ahead and... Why does it do that? There it goes. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras here. If you guys would, hit that like button. I always appreciate when you do that. And also, if you would, subscribe if you haven't already. And also, a shameless plug. If you guys need dividers for your Akro-Mils drawers, see it has the name Chip in it, just to remind you where you got it from. We do sell these online. There is a link in the description, and they do fit perfectly in these drawers. So if you need them, get them from us. We sell them packs of 32, and yeah, it looks it's going pretty good. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and let's get started on the building. And let's see, we've got Super Doom King here, and we've got John Beagle Dad here. And Super Doom King says, my friend is mad at me because I didn't feel like making a cheesecake. Well, making a cheesecake takes a lot of effort, man. If I didn't feel like doing it, I wouldn't either. Sorry. I mean, if it's so important to them, have them make their own cheesecake. In other words, like Marie Antoinette, let them eat bread. Of course, that didn't end too well for her. So,
what's up, people?
Hey, what's up, McBallin? How you doing, man?
Good. Eating some string cheese.
Ain't nothing wrong with a good thing of string cheese. As long as it don't come out the other end of string cheese. Anyway, all right. I got a little too excited there and put this on there beforehand.
Am I allowed to say the acronym?
What's that?
Am I allowed to say the acronym for the stories?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm looking through Am I the Assholes? Some of them interesting titles.
My favorite ones are people who are like, is my spouse cheating on me, your girlfriend cheating on me? And it's like, hell yeah, you dumbass. And then my other favorite ones are mother-in-law stories. But you share whatever you just found.
Well, some of my favorite ones are where the person's so kind. It's like, am I the asshole because I kicked a guy trying to kidnap a kid? Am I the asshole?
Yeah. So what you got for us today? What kind of stories you got?
I'm still looking because I'll tell you what I'm seeing. My wife bones down with her boyfriend twice a week. Am I the asshole for asking her to be less loud? Oh, that's funny.
What?
Yeah, my wife bones her boyfriend twice a week. Am I the asshole for asking her to be less loud?
Wife having a boyfriend to begin with. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
Am I the asshole for breaking up with a guy because he was convinced I was having an affair with Anakin Skywalker?
What? I sense some mental disease there.
I mean, two of these are pretty weird. Am I the asshole for telling my new boyfriend that my ex's wiener was the size of my pinky?
What?
Am I the asshole for not wanting a DNA test on my child?
Wow. Well, here we got a comment here. Do you think debone spare ribs in a sandwich would make good burger alternative? Only if it's the McRib. But okay, what other stories do we got here?
I mean, it would taste different, but if you're going for a barbecue sandwich, deboned ribs would be great. Jeez. None of these are like normal.
And that's why I like them. there was one last night that I was reading. I wish I could find it. It was talking about a couple who decided to get married. Their mother-in-law wanted like 200 people at the wedding. The bride and groom only wanted 50 people. They wanted it to be small. So they tried to book the venue of the restaurants, because they do weddings there, that they first went on a date with each other. And but mother-in-law went behind their back and booked the venue and paid for the venue for 2 weeks either way around the wedding, so they couldn't have their wedding there. And then they found out, and she wanted to know if she was the a-hole for cutting off the mother-in-law completely. And I was like, hell no.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a bad mother-in-law, but holy shit, nothing like that. Well, actually, she was worse, but that's a whole nother story. We don't need to get into that.
All right, we'll see what this one's about. Am I the asshole for bringing up my girlfriend's past?
Your girlfriend's what?
Screen. Past.
Oh, past. Okay, all right.
All right. I, 20 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 21 female, for 9 months. Today we are talking about eating Chick-fil-A, but on the campus, one of us is out of grilled chicken and other food items. She has been fasting and has asked me to stop her from eating once she's hit her limit no matter what. My girlfriend really loves grilled chicken nuggets and made an offhanded comment about shaking my puss for some nuggets, which doesn't sit right with me. We are both Christian, and she has a past of sexual immorality and sin, which she is very regretful and remorseful of. Her comment made me upset and brought this past of hers back to the front of my mind. After she said this, I had asked her not to say it again, and she, thinking I was joking, continued to say it. That's when I said, "Don't say that, honey. You've shaken your puss for a lot less than grilled nuggets." Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. This guy wants to be single for life, man.
This shocked her as she stopped talking and sat back in her seat. She began to tear up and asked me to leave. I didn't fully understand what I had said, and still don't totally. I'm not sure if it's because of my autism or something else entirely, but I had just stated a fact of the matter. But now she's hurt, and I don't know if I'll see her again tonight. I've tried apologizing, but I don't know what to do now. Am I the asshole? I would say you're the asshole. I mean, you that was a matter of a fact, but I'd say her reaction was pretty appropriate.
I don't know, man. I have a slightly different take. I think they're both the a-holes. I mean, what he said was true, but I don't think I would have said it like that. And on the other hand, though, it's like she needs to take accountability, man. I mean, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. So I think they're both the a-hole in this situation. But we've got a comment here. We've got I got I got ribs lying around, but they're cold now. And what's up, Silent Mode TV? The sky, the roof, and above that space. No, we're doing good over here. We're just enjoying our Sunday afternoon. You know, got the long weekend. I did end up working yesterday. I wasn't supposed to work, but one of my coworkers, I don't really know. I'm going to call it a mental health episode. Not full blown where he went to the hospital or anything. Just couldn't handle the stresses of life and asked to get off work early, and no one else responded. And I didn't really want to go in, but it was 10 extra hours and I could use the money right now. So I went ahead and went in for him, and had a pretty decent night. I'll talk about that more later. I did have one guy who was an a-hole, but we'll talk about that later. All right, you got another one for us, Mr. McBallin?
I'm looking. I'm kind of scared to open a lot of these.
Well, you know me, I got thick skin. It don't bother me if you pull up something kind of raunchy. I mean, after all, I mean, Anybody who's been out in this world has heard raunchy.
All right, we'll
And
see
here's
this one. Am I the
and here's
asshole? My wife is super pissed off. That's all it says.
okay. Well, before you say it though, you got to remember we're not being the a-holes. We're just looking at the internet, and people have put more than they should about their lives out there. So I don't feel bad reading it out loud. I mean, it's on the internet for everybody else to see.
Well, Super Doom King, I would say grilling them or smoking them. Like grilled ribs are really good, smothered in sauce. I feel like that.
Yeah, I think the sauce makes all the difference with ribs, man. And I like to I prefer to grill them, not to smoke them. But you know what though, I've had good smoked ribs too. So I guess it just depends on your preference there, what you should do.
I would go for a slightly spicy barbecue sauce. I like spice and barbecue. You don't want it too spicy, but either straight barbecue sauce or slightly hot barbecue sauce. In my opinion. I think the brand's called Larry's. They have some good barbecue sauces. Let me see if that's right. Oh,
All right, so what's that one you were going to start telling us about?
Am I the asshole? My wife is super pissed off. I've been married for 5 years with my wife, who I've met nearly 10 years ago. The thing is, she loves traveling a lot, and she loves traveling on the date of her birthday. Last year, we went to Maceió, Brazil.
Okay, I don't know that place, but all right.
And had a great time. In May, we had a month-long travel to Europe where we visited some Greek islands, Athens, and a bunch of Spanish cities and Paris. Her birthday is in a few days, and we had some long talks about traveling. Europe left us in debt, and some health issues left us with almost no savings. Also, we want to have children this year, and we want some medical assistance for that. That also costs money. I told her maybe this year we can't afford to travel anywhere. She didn't like it, but she agreed. But it turns out a few days ago, she snapped. She's now super angry because she is staying home for her birthday, that it doesn't matter what we discussed. She never said she didn't want to travel, and that me, as her husband, should know what she wants for her birthday and should have known that she wanted to travel either way and surprise her with tickets. I really don't know how to defuse the situation. I offered to buy some last-minute tickets anywhere, but now she doesn't want to because she said I'm just doing it because she forced me. Am I the asshole? No.
I would say completely no. They don't have a willingness to travel problem. They have a math problem, and it's called they don't have enough money. And
yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry, but if the math ain't mathing, you don't get to do it. I mean, you think about 50-something years, 60 years ago, before credit cards were prevalent in our society. When you ran out of money, you just quit doing stuff. And I mean, I practice that in my own life. I don't like credit card debt. So if I run out of money, I just have to tell myself, you know what? No. Or if I know I'm saving money for something else, I tell myself no today so I can enjoy what I want tomorrow. So I don't think he's the a-hole at all. I mean, he's not like he's just told her, no, we can't do anything. He actually explained it to her and said, hey, look, you want to have kids. We're in debt. We had some health problems with some medical bills. I mean, like, the guy is like, he's explained his position clearly. She's just being immature because she ain't getting what she wants.
Yeah, it's a money thing. I mean, yes, it's all good to go out and have fun, but what's not fun is spending 5 years in debt. So, yeah, I definitely think he's not the asshole. Sounds like he'd be mature about it.
Well, the other problem, too, becomes if she can't say no today because they don't have money, then this cycle is going to continue, and they're always going to be in debt. So I don't feel like the guy is being a jerk by saying, you know what, we just don't have the money.
Yeah.
I mean, she's always welcome to go out and get a second job. I mean, somehow I get the feeling that's going to go over like pooping in the punch bowl, but, you know, that's pretty legit there.
Oh,
what do you guys think in the comments? All right. Well, let's see. Let's take a slight break while McBallin is looking for another story. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my day yesterday at work. So I get there at 2 o'clock. So I worked from 2 to midnight. And it was pretty busy at first because, well, it's Memorial Day weekend. A lot of people want to get on lakes and rivers and all that. So not too unexpected.
Real quick.
Huh?
I just want to interject. I agree with you, Super Doom King and Silent Mode TV. That is not fun, and yeah, it's important to be told no sometimes. I mean, sometimes someone needs to hear it. That's it.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I mean, it's something that, I mean, I have to tell myself no all the time, and I don't like saying no, but the truth of the matter is I don't want to be in debt, like what you're saying. Debt ain't no fun, and I don't want to be in debt for the next 5 or 10 years trying to figure stuff out that if I would have said no, I wouldn't even have the problem to begin with.
Oh, and over that course of time, say you spend $100, you'll be paying back. I mean, hundreds of dollars for a $100 purchase.
Yeah, it's just not worth it, man.
Yeah, you were talking about boats, though.
Yeah. We had this guy pull up probably about 11:30, about 30 minutes before we closed, and he was kind of being a jerk. And I told him, I said, we need you to pull back your tarp on your boat a little bit so we can see the registration. Well, the tarp was really, really tight. And so he was like, well, I don't want to undo it because then I'll be here for a couple hours putting the tarp back on. And I'm like, really, dude? It's usually on the side of your boat. You just got to loosen up just a tiny bit. And the guy was like, oh, well, maybe it's on my insurance card. So he looks on his phone. It's not there. Anyway, he was just being a jerk about it. And eventually he's like, well, I'm not giving it to you because I don't have it. And he's like, what's the consequence? And it was so funny because as soon as he said that, I said, well, if you don't provide registration number, we cannot give you this form that says you stopped. And he was like, so? And I was like, okay. I was like, well, see that police officer over there? And just as I said that, the police officer that was watching the station and watching for boats that didn't stop, he turned on his lights on top of his bar, not like full blown or anything, like flashing them, but just kind of made them go a little bit blue. And the guy sees that and he goes, what does that mean? And I says, well, if he comes over here, that means a $500 fine for not having the paper, not stopping. And he's like, but I stopped. I said, I know, but I don't have the information to fill out this form, so it'll be a $500 fine. And so the guy's like, fine. And so he unloosens the strap, climbs in his boat, and grabs the registration papers and gives it to me. It was actually kind of funny because he's been such a little baby about it.
Yeah. I mean, some of those tarps are a bit of a pain to get nice and tight, but I'm sure you're not the first check station he's passed.
No, I mean, he was coming from, where was he coming from? Colorado. So that means he had to come down 70 and then up 15. So whatever. I don't feel sorry for him.
Let's see. Oh, boy.
What you got for us?
I don't think there's any redeeming this. I mean, just the title alone. Am I the asshole for getting drunk and cheating on my husband after 6 years? Yes.
Yeah, there is no redemption. Okay, Let's see her justification. Come on, read it.
Her name is Remorseful Wife.
I doubt that, but go ahead.
Hi, so me and my husband have been married for 6 years. 2 years after dating, I made a mistake last Friday and I need some help. Greg is a good guy, but he can be a little frustrating. And that morning, he was complaining that he had work all day and that he wouldn't be able to unwind at home. I told him it's going to be fine, but he didn't reply. Maybe he didn't hear me, but he didn't even ask what I was saying. He kept going on and then started complaining about our bank account. Last Friday, me and some friends went out for a drink. Since one of them is getting married, and we wanted to give her a night to remember. My husband was okay with me having some time for myself. After a couple of drinks, a group of guys get close and begins to talk to us. One, let's call him James, sits next to me and he begins talking about his job. He's a director of a small company. Oh, of course, everyone's a director of a small company at the bar.
Yeah.
And he talks with such ambition that it makes me more interested in what he's saying. The night goes on, and I've been drinking quite a bit. I can't really remember much, but I remember hooking up with James. The next morning, my phone is ringing like crazy. I go to check it, and I have a couple missed calls from my husband. When I pick it up, I just tell him I stayed at a friend's place and that my phone had ran out of battery. He seems to understand and asks me if I'm going home anytime soon. I say yes, then James wakes up, and when I ask him about last night, he just said I insisted in not using protection. I rush back to my place, trying to leave this one night stand behind me, but I can't forget this guy. Maybe I fell in love with him, the way he talks, he being a young man that is in control over his life. I remember feeling the same way about my husband before we married, but now he has mostly given up in life, constantly working with no ambition. His dreams seem to have faded away, and now he spends most of the time working instead. When he arrives home, he ignores me most of the time and just spends his free time watching sports or playing video games like a child. Oh, I don't like you for that. With eating habits to match. As his sexual appetite seems to have been through the floor, I tell him it's okay if he can't perform and that I don't blame him. And I really don't. I try to be supportive the most I can, but sometimes that gets me. Is there any way I can save the marriage?
I'm gonna say yes. There is a way to save the marriage. However, I somehow doubt she's willing to do the work it's going to take to get there.
Oh, she even said it, though. Yeah, cheating is a crime. Exactly. I mean, it would take a lot for my relationship to be the same with somebody if they did. And then her talking about how she kind of fell for the guy because he was so ambitious and stuff, but she used to feel that way about her husband too, but that faded out. I mean, it just sounds like it's going to be a long stream of trying to find things that interest you, and then you'll lose interest after you get like with them for long enough. I don't know. Well, it sounds like she has some things to figure out.
Yeah, and I would like to add to that too. She talks about her husband's eating habits, and obviously she's hinting the fact he's gained some weight. I get that. But you know something? They've been together how long did she say? 5 years? What was she say?
6. Close enough.
Okay. So I'd like to see a before and after picture of her. And I'd like to see what the hell does she look like? I mean, is she still some spring chicken, or is she put on some weight too? She got a few wrinkles, a few grays. Probably. And I'm going to tell you, I've been with my wife for 30 years. And, you know, it's been funny because when I first met my wife, she was 50 pounds heavier than me. Now, she's lost weight and I've gained 50 pounds and she's lost 50 pounds. So now I'm 100 pounds heavier than my wife. But you know something? Throughout all these years, I have never lost my attraction to her. She is still a very beautiful woman. Yeah, sure, she has her flaws. I've got mine. But that's part of the, when you say I do commitment part, you know, where it's not until you get fat do we part. It's, or I lose interest do we part. It's until death until we part. So I would say this lady has quite the problem with accountability. And I don't care how this younger man makes her feel. If she lost interest in this guy in 6 years, if she gets with this guy and this guy actually wants a relationship, which I'm almost going to guarantee he just wanted a piece of ass that night. But let's just say he did want a relationship on the odd chance. What's going to happen 6 years from now? I'm going to tell you what, she's going to get tired of him too and do the same thing again. So I think the problem is definitely with the wife.
Yeah. Well, I've never been married, only like in relationships. So I know it's a little bit different, but I'm of the understanding if you genuinely don't have an attraction to your partner anymore, just break up with them. Get a divorce. Don't go through the charade of broken trust and hurt when you could just be like, hey, this sucks, but I'm no longer interested in you. I want to see different people, so bye. I feel like it still sucks, but I think that's better than finding out someone that you really trusted broke that and had no regard for you. I think it's better just to be like, yep, sorry, this sucks. I don't like you anymore. I want to see different people, so I'm going to leave. I think that's better than, yeah.
Oh, me too. I agree with you on that. Furthermore too is like, where's her effort? She sits there and talks about how her husband just comes home and plays video games. But I didn't hear her say, hey, I've tried to get him to go hiking with me. I've tried to get him to go to the movies, and he refused. There's none of that. It's just like she accepted the fact that he doesn't want to do stuff, and she's not pushing him. She's not challenging him. And, that is one thing that if you really love someone, you will try to challenge them in the proper way. Like, hey, let's go for a walk. If you really think they're that fat, don't be sitting there going, hey man, you're fat, but hey, you want to go for a walk? Oh, hey, I heard about this abandoned mine somewhere. Let's go hike that trail. It's only a 2-mile hike, but it's going to help them with the weight thing. And also you're going to be able to go to a beautiful destination.
Speaking of mines, I think there's a cave or a mine. I'm pretty sure it's a cave, but there's a cave not too far from us that I want to go hiking to. One of my friends knows where it's at, and I really want to check it out. I want to go cave diving.
Yeah, actually, I was talking to a guy at work about caves around here, and he was telling me about a cave a little bit south of us. And I would like to go. If it's the same cave, I don't care. Same cave or not, I'd like to go. I think that kind of stuff is really interesting. So
yeah, I've seen some videos. I don't have any of the equipment, and it'd be an expensive hobby, but there are some caves out in Canada, and I'm sure there's a bunch of caves around here too, but out in Canada, there are some caves that have like 150-foot drop in, and you get down there, and there's one cave that I saw where like the Super Bowl stadium, it's this huge drop that's like 200 feet, and when they shine the light, the inside of that little cavern was bigger than a Super Bowl stadium. So I thought that was pretty insane.
Yeah, there's also in Kentucky, Great Mammoth Caves.
Super Bowl.
There's a room that's tall enough that you could put the Statue of Liberty in it, and she'd stand just fine.
You heard? I think it's in China or Japan. I'm pretty sure it's Japan. There's a cave that's so massive. It's like an underground forest. It has trees, its own atmosphere, its own weather. Like it rains in there, bunch of life, and it's just tucked away inside of a cavern. I would love to see that.
I haven't heard of that one. I know there's one in Vietnam that was discovered about 30, 40 years ago by accident.
It might be Vietnam.
And that's one I'd like to see, but
yeah, I'm thinking of the one in Vietnam. It's the Sun Dung Cave. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Holy crap. It has natural sunlight, rain to enter, and a rainforest 650 feet beneath the limestone mountains.
That would be
Holy
something to see
crap.
right there.
Yeah. I mean, it's so pretty. I mean, I'm looking at it. That is gorgeous. Wow. Hey! Oh, if we want to go there, it's roughly 79 million Vietnam thing, which is the equivalent of 3,000 USD.
Oh,
For
their
a-
money. Okay.
For a 4 to 6 day wilderness trek. Only 1,000 visitors a year, must be booked 6 to 12 months in advance. Holy crap.
Well, that actually sounds like that'd be a lot of fun.
It would. Freaking provides gear, food, accommodations, transit, permits, a support team. I mean, that might be the worth the trip. That'd be pretty fun. Holy crap!
That actually does sound like fun.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I got a random story.
Okay.
If I refuse to give my mom money every month? My mom wants all three of us, male, female, and female, in our 30s to give her $300 a month each. She said this is for her retirement and that it is our duty. I would be fine with this if she had no income, but she has multiple properties she rents out that earns more than we do every month. All three of us don't live at home and have children to take care of. My sisters are both stay-at-home moms. Their husbands will be the ones to pay this. Here is some of our conversation. I asked if she gives her parents money every month, and she said no, but she has given money to them before. I told her we are all raising kids, paying rent, the economy is terrible. Her response is $300 is not that much. The average worker here earns $1,000 a month. That's terrible. I told her I would never tax my kids like this while they are trying to build their lives. Her response is that it is our duty as her children. To try and be non-biased, she did spend a lot of money sending us to private school. In return, I do have a decent job earning higher than the average. I feel like this is just pure greed. Would I be the asshole for refusing? Edit. We are Asians, so it's expected of us. And I've heard that in their culture. The young are supposed to take care of the elders. Like, the elders live with them, and they always take care of them like a hospice, I guess. Like, they're, yeah. The problem for me is we each have two parents plus two in-laws, and she's the only one asking for it. Our father isn't asking for anything, but he does have retirement. My mom does not. I couldn't imagine if I had to send $300 each to four parents.
What's your thoughts?
Because her mom owns multiple properties and has a good income, I'd say you're not the asshole. And I mean, if you were living with them, might be a little different, but the fact that you're not living with her and you have your own kids and stuff, and you're making less money than she does a month, and it's just property, so she's not really like clocking in a 9 to 5. Yeah, I'd say the mom is the mom's the asshole, not her.
And you know what? I'm gonna agree 100% there. The only thing I would add is that, well, I think you said this, but I can't remember. Because the mom is financially okay on her own,
Yeah.
I don't think this is necessary. Now, it's supposed to be taking care of your elders, and I agree we should take care of our elders. Like, if my parents ever needed financial help, I would do my best to help them. But I don't have to worry about that with my parents because my parents have saved their money and they have a comfortable retirement. So, but if they needed it, I would. And I help my parents in other ways. Like when I went to go visit my dad a couple weeks ago, the front lawn had a bunch of weeds to it. And I went ahead and spent my time and this whole flower bed, which took about an hour. I dug out all the weeds for him, and I'll help him in non-financial ways because he doesn't need the help financially. And I think the mom asking for money when she doesn't need it, I think she's just being entitled and greedy.
Yeah, the person was wondering if it's pure greed. I definitely think it kind of is, because again, it'd be one thing if you had no income and you had no money, but she owns multiple properties. She doesn't have a like severance package or a retirement package, but I mean, I'd say owning property is a pretty stable income. Like people don't want to move if they can help it. So you get someone in there, you get a good tenant, they pay on time, they don't trash your house. I'd say you got at least like a solid 10, 20 years of that one tenant being there, maybe even longer.
Well, and he said I thought he said his mom owned multiple properties.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's got money coming in. She don't need it. It's in my opinion, it's purely just, because our culture's this way, I'm entitled to it. And I get it. But if you don't need it and it's going to be a burden on your children, then if I was in the mom's shoes, I wouldn't even be asking. I would be just fine with leaving my kids alone.
Well, they have their own kids to take care of too. So
yeah, it's not like anybody's trying to screw her over.
Oh, and he said the average worker there makes $1,000 a month. That is ludicrous. I mean, I don't have a prestigious job or anything, but even then, I'm making more than double that a month. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. It truly is crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. Best of luck to him. I hope he's able to stand up to his mom properly and just tell her, nope, we're good, Mom.
Yeah. Oh, I got another kind of short one. I came across a really long one, but I don't know if I wanted to read all that. Am I the asshole for telling my dad he dug his own grave? I, 28 female, have always sort of had a difficult relationship with my dad, 60 male. It's not that he wasn't physically present or abusive or anything. He just heavily favored my older brother, Chris, 30, over me and my sister, Diana, 25. He went to Chris's events, talked about Chris all the time. Chris kind of took priority in the house. It's not that he doesn't love me and Diana. It's just that we're not Chris. Like if Diana and I had an event, he would come and participate as long as it didn't conflict with Chris's stuff. The recent conflict starts with the fact that Dad and Chris both wanted to be in this very niche job field when they were younger, and both their opportunities fell through. They now work nice jobs in other fields. Diana got a job in the niche field and is really good at it from what I can tell. It's not the job Chris and Dad wanted, but it is adjacent. We're all super proud of Diana, and it's what she wanted to do for years, and I know she'll be great at it. A couple of weeks ago, Dad and I had this dumb argument. I can't even remember what it was about. He said something along the lines of, you and Diana only talk to me when you need something. Diana won't even talk about her job with me. And this was probably a dick move. I asked what he expected when he ignored me and Diana our whole lives in favor of Chris. He asked what I meant, and I told him he only wants to know what Diana's doing now because she achieved what he and Chris didn't. I work in a completely different field, and he never asks about my job. I said he had a chance to be an attentive parent, and he didn't. So now Diana doesn't talk to him much. He dug his own grave. We've kind of been distant ever since, and to my knowledge, he stopped asking Diana about stuff. Like I said, like everything I said was true, but now I'm wondering if I should have said it. I don't want to label that as asshole or not the asshole. I think you and your dad need to have more heartfelt conversations and try to punch through the blockage that's going on. I think there's a lot of love that could be there, but I think the love is cut off on both ends because of something. Well, the favoring of Chris. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to say the asshole or not the asshole. I think there's just a lot of emotions there that should be talked through.
Well, see, I actually think she is being in the asshole, and it's not because, okay, whenever I hear somebody say, "Oh, well, at least I'm telling the truth," okay, you can say the truth without being an a-hole. She said what she said in anger, and I think that's the problem. It's not that what she said was true or not true. It's the anger part. And unfortunately, I've had to learn early in my marriage that you don't talk about things that are sensitive when you're mad, because when you do, you end up saying things you regret, whether they're true or not. So I think what she said probably needed to be said, but not in the manner that she said it, and not while she was angry. And I think that's what I think would have been a different conversation if she would have said, Dad, I'd love to talk about this. I don't have the time right now. Can we set a time to talk about it? And then talked about it when she had a chance to think about it, formulate it in a different way, maybe even in a neutral setting like a restaurant or something, and still tell them how she felt, but in a way that would hopefully maximize the possibility of him being receptive to what she was saying. It sounds like she just got mad and she popped off the mouth and said some things that she's now regretting. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely think there's a lot of emotions behind that.
Yeah. And I would say it to anybody, just be careful what you say, because if you're angry, you're going to say stuff, and you're not always going to stay angry. And after you're done being angry, is that really how you wanted to put it out there? Is that really how you wanted to talk to that person? Probably not.
Yeah.
So that's just really important right there. But, well, the only problem is what was said, and it sounds like, at least for now, some of those bridges are burned. Hopefully, there'll be a chance for them to talk later, and some of this can be resolved.
Yeah. I mean, I think family is important, and some things aren't excusable. Like, if someone's genuinely a POS every time you're around them, maybe you don't need them in your life. But even then, I think, I don't know, it might be a little delusional or hopeless in thinking this, but nothing would make me happier than for a damaged family to finally bridge the gaps and come to an understanding. And come to love each other more, because as I get older, I kind of learn, people might seem very different, but I think all of us share a lot of similarities. Yeah, I was a dick. Yeah, I said some really messed up things, or I was acting really stupid, but in my core, which I overlooked because I was doing this or saying this, it still hurt. And I think hurt is a universal thing where people could really bond over that if they open themselves up to it. And then you come to an understanding of just okay, yeah, that really hurt when that happened, and it's not excusing it, but I see now that they were also hurting when they said that or when this happened, and they have hurt as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's important to try to approach things with love, but you also have to protect yourself a little bit too, because some people will just take. But I could be very wrong in saying this, but I'm under the delusion that most people want to do good. Most people want to have good relations with their kids or their parent. And yeah, things happen in between the lines where that doesn't happen. But I really think it's important to at least give that person a chance, and to be honest with yourself too, and ask like, okay, am I being too defensive about this? Am I being too closed off about it? Am I even giving them a fair chance? And yeah, I mean, sometimes again, it is best to keep someone far away, love them from an arm's distance, but genuinely believe most people want to have a good relationship with those that they're close to.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Spencer. There's times where, you just, no matter how much someone should mean something to you in your life, I've known people that are just better off not talking to their parents, and it's because it's usually drugs that are involved, not always, but
some sort of abuse, substance abuse.
Usually it is substance abuse, and so if it means your sanity, then you need to cut ties, or maybe cut way back to just like a phone call on birthday and Christmas or something. There are situations where it is so bad you just have to protect yourself and stay at arm's length or completely away.
Well, I have a screen open. I don't know if you want to bring that over.
Oh, sure. I do see that now. Okay. Okay, there we go.
Oh, it's not. It's frozen. Let me stop sharing.
Yeah.
Try it again.
I did that last time too. All
right, how's this? Oh, I think it's working now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, now it is.
Ooh, I'm lagging. This will be great. This will be. Oh my goodness, it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm hoping to finish this up today. I have been working more on the city. In fact, I've been working on a video the last couple days. I hope we ever release it tomorrow. I don't know, because you just never know. Like yesterday, I thought I was going to finish up the video, and then I got called into work. So, just never know. But I'm working on it. I'm working on the ocean section. I'm working on the wind turbines, a little bit of Mills plating, the waves. Doing quite a bit, actually. So I really hope that I can get far enough that I can release a video tomorrow.
Okay, I think I'm back.
Yes, you are.
Oh, it's terrible. Internet took a dump.
Oh, the internet's crapping out on you?
Yeah. I mean, I'll try to load up Minecraft. We'll see how that goes. That didn't work too well last time.
No. I would love to play some Minecraft, but right now I got other things I got to focus on, and I got to make some tough decisions right now. And because they're tough, I don't really want to talk about them on here, but I will say that it sounds like things are going to change in my life pretty drastically here in the next couple weeks. So, and I got to make the decision this over this weekend, because I gotta let the other person know by Tuesday what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Woo, I'm rubber banding everywhere. You know what that means?
Yes. You're jumping around.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting slingshot backwards too, where I'm getting teleported back to a place I already left like a few seconds ago. We shall see. I can't see how many people are on here.
Well, we got 4 or 2 now. We did have 4 just a second ago. Oh, shoot. Oh, there we go.
So I'm
Sometimes I
sure
do-
this is
But
I'm sure this is illegal, but what's stopping someone from streaming like a movie or a television series? Copyright?
well, on YouTube, yeah, they'll get you for that. However, I will say if you do it on Rumble or like Locals or uh, other streaming services, they don't care, so they'll allow it. Can't believe I am short pieces.
I might be dead. Yep, I did.
Oh, someone throwing dynamite at you or something?
No, me and this guy spawned or landed on the same building, and he picked up a shotgun, and I picked up a pistol, and it was close quarters.
Well, that'll always ruin your day.
Yeah, and my gun takes like 5 seconds to reload, 1 bullet, and he has 5 to the mag. So yeah, it was a losing battle.
Yeah, but I've known people. There's one guy in particular. I won't mention him, but I do like his channel. He goes on to Locals. He's on YouTube, and then he'll tell people that, hey, on Friday night, I'm gonna stream this movie on Locals, and then he gets on there and he likes to get plastered. And meanwhile, show a movie while he's plastered. I've watched him a couple times. I actually think it's quite hilarious to see him plastered. Anyway, 6th sense of humor I have, you know.
Well, there's some people I used to watch there. They'd get on like a horror game or something and get really messed up. And I don't know if you ever played a horror game. I've noticed I can watch people play a horror game just fine, but the moment I'm the one behind the controller, it is so scary. I don't want to play it because, like, there's this one game in particular called Outlast, and there's a jump scare that happens that you know is coming, and you're forced to go that way because there's no other direction to go. And when I was younger, I was playing it, and I knew the jump scare was going to happen, and I just backed out of the game. I was like, nope, I am not cutting that corner. I know what's coming. I don't want to move over there.
Well, I'm in a bit of a pickle over here. I need a couple of parts that I cannot move on without. So, if you wouldn't mind holding the stream, I'm going to run out to the shop and grab 2 pieces, and I'll be right back.
Ouch. Well, that went well. All right. Let's see if this is any better. Does anyone here play video games? And if you do, what are some of your favorite games? Mario Sunshine. You know, let I've played like some of the classic Marios. Super Mario Sunshine, 2002. Okay, so it's kind of recent as far as the Mario universe goes. Huh. What is it about? It looks 3D. So I'm wondering what a 3D Mario game is like. Yeah, that looks interesting. I've only played the 2D Mario and then like Mario Kart, but this is like a 3D Mario game. Oh. About Mario getting arrested for vandalism, huh? Okay. Sounds interesting. Did you ever make those ribs and figure out what kind of sauce you're going to use?
All right, I'm back.
That's actually what the game's about. Mario getting in trouble for vandalizing. That sounds interesting. Welcome back.
Well, thanks.
You ever heard of Mario Sunshine?
No.
Well, it's a 3D Mario game, which that throws me off. I've only played the 2D ones. And apparently Mario gets in trouble for vandalizing stuff.
I could say something that would get me kicked off of YouTube, so I will refrain from my comments.
Oh, that's more of the reason to say it. Okay.
I worked too hard to get this channel banned, so I will not. But it was definitely going to be something racist. But anyway.
Oh. Yeah, that might not fly.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't.
Okay, no mini shield. I guess I'll stick with the big potion. With a living water pump. Yeah, I saw a screenshot. The plot is a fake Mario goes around the island painting the place, and now the real Mario has to clean it up with a living water pump. Yeah, I saw screenshots of the game, and he had like some sort of pressure washer on his back. Something that looked like one, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, where's the rift? There it is. Ooh, I see somebody. Let's see how this goes. Oh boy, I'm landing right on him. Right on them. Oh. All
So
right.
you can't shoot until you actually land?
Yeah. So I was at a disadvantage, but got him. There should be hoverboards around there. Yeah, I'll take one of those.
Fortnite. You remember that restaurant Chewy's where they had those shirts?
Kind of.
In Virginia, and they had that short fork night instead of Fortnite.
Oh, I do remember that fork knife. Chewy's. Was that a Mexican restaurant? What was that place?
It was the one that had the they cut off the end of the car, and it had the all the dips in the trunk of the car because the trunk lid was open.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not good. This is going to hurt. Oh, no, it won't.
That is one thing I do miss about living out in the country is there's not a lot of places to eat. However, I will also say my fat butt don't need no good restaurants. So,
yeah, I mean, it's definitely a bit of a trade-off. I'll be honest, our quote-unquote Mexican restaurant in town, bro, it is.
It's dog shit. I'll say.
Yeah, excuse me for saying this, but that is the widest Mexican restaurant I've ever been to.
Yeah, it's not that great at all. I think
little to no seasonings. The salsa is always watery. I mean,
yeah, the salsa I was gonna say is just horrible.
Well, and I'm no, you know me, I'm no like Michelin star chef, but even I can make salsa better than that.
Yeah, the salsa is pathetic.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah. They're closed right now. 'Cause I guess the owner had a baby or something, and I'm just kind of wondering, is it ever going to be open again? Because
it's been closed for like a month now.
Yeah, but you think about it too. I mean, like if she's just had a baby, I mean, like the baby's not going to be in school for 5 years. So what's happening with the restaurant?
Yeah. Okay, well, someone landed on me or near me. I don't have a lot of health. I'm over scared. Nope.
I will give her an A for effort, though.
Yeah.
It does take a lot to put yourself out there and do something like that, you know. So
Well, I don't know if you've heard the locals freaking. They love that restaurant, and I mean, it is pretty good, but I think our judgment might be a little harsher because we've lived in cities and we know what like authentic food is like. But if that's all you know is that place, then yeah, it's pretty good. But what I really miss is food trucks. Man, I used to have so many food trucks down in Utah.
Well, the other thing too is I was working with a girl last night. I won't say her name, but she really surprised me because we were talking and I asked her if she was from this area, and she's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, so have you done any traveling? Have you been anywhere?" And she goes, "No, I've never left the county." And I was like,
Oh, crap.
"What? You're 18 years old and you've never left the county?"
And you have a car.
Yeah, she does have a car. So and when I lived in Kentucky, I would hear that a lot from people.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah, I lived here all my life, never left the county." And I'm like, seriously, bro, you need to get out. You
How do you do that? Freaking, I mean, you experienced this. When I was here at first, I mean, I was pretty much never home. I was always down in Salt Lake or something.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, man. It's I like to go places too. I mean, you know, I'm going down to Ogden, up to Pocatello. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like a day of staying around too, though, because it does get old driving everywhere. But yeah, I do like getting out, man, and especially on occasions where I get to go visit like my parents and stuff. I really enjoy that, and you know, I mean, I'm trying not to think about it a whole lot, but I know my parents aren't in the best of health, and they're not going to be around for much longer, either one of them. And you know, that's why I call my dad and I ask him, "Hey, you need any help with anything?" Most of the time, he tells me no, but at least he knows that I'm thinking of him, and at least he knows if he needs something, he can call me, and I'll be down there to help him.
Yeah. Well, that's good on you. Freaking, I sent you a video yesterday. I don't know if you watched it. It was the dudes pitching like really messed up marketing ideas.
Yeah, I watched both of them. They were kind of long, but they were good.
They freaking that watch that track stuff. It's a picture of his grandmother, and it's like 210 days till inheritance. I was like, bro, that's terrible.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
That is so awful.
I like that that one old lady that was there where she kept saying next.
Oh, I got two-party. Dang it. Dang it.
And they were calling her the goat.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know they had freaking bleach in here. That's cool. The pump name is Flood and is made by Dr. Egad from Luigi's Mansion. All right. And it's alive. I know, like if you look at my game, oh, never mind, it went away.
What about your game?
The skin that the guy killed me was wearing, freaking. There's this anime called Bleach, and it's really old, but like 200 episodes in, you get to see that form, and man, that was a good show, good episode too. But I didn't know they had that on here.
Well, that makes two of us.
Well, I am impressed with Fortnite's ability to collaborate with pretty much every big thing. Like Fortnite as a company, amazing. As far as they've done a collaboration with Star Wars, Transformers, anything mainstream. They've done a collaboration with artists, rappers, and I don't know how they've stayed relevant over almost a decade now.
Yeah, you know, you're right. They have been around for quite some time now, because I remember you playing that when you were like in middle school.
Yeah, I thought it would have died out, but it's gotten bigger. The flame has just kept burning and burning.
Well, that's another one too, like Minecraft.
Oh,
I am
yeah.
super surprised that thing is still running strong, man.
Yeah, very strong. I mean, I know we remember when Microsoft bought it from the creator Notch for like $2 billion, but I can only imagine the amount of money that they've made owning it.
Well, actually, I heard a pretty good joke about that. It was, you think Bill Gates named his company after his penis, Microsoft?
That's terrible.
Yeah, it is
Shotgun in a dream. Let's see.
Oh, and I'll talk some trash here. We will not be borrowing Gertie anytime soon, if at all, ever again.
Why?
You guys know that we've been borrowing Gertie, my sister's dog, and dog sitting and all that for, well, my sister got pissed because Gertie doesn't really like my sister anymore and doesn't wag her tail because, oh boy, I don't know, whatever.
I mean, to be honest, she's just extremely neglected over there. I don't want to get into it too much, but I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you guys, okay, one thing that pissed me off is that I would go over there, and every time I did, Gertie's water bowl was empty. And Gertie is outside 24/7 pretty much.
Yeah.
And they'd bring her in once a night to feed her, and they would say that's all the water she gets, which Gertie's a 120-pound dog. She needs a lot of water. So I was always filling the water bowl when I was over there. And it pissed me off to the point where I went and bought a 4-gallon water dispenser for the dog. And I put it out there. I didn't say anything, didn't tell my sister, didn't say anything, just did it. And my sister never said anything to me. So a week later, I got a hold of my sister and I'm like, hey, how's that new water bowl working out for Gertie? And she's like, oh, there's a new water bowl for Gertie? And it's like, yeah, it's been sitting there for a damn week. And to kind of explain this, my sister's house, she has a wraparound porch around 2 sides of her house, or I know it's 3 sides. And the water bowl is in view of the front door of the house that she always uses. So there's no excuse for her to have not seen it for a whole entire week, because she goes in and out that door all the time. She doesn't. That's how much attention she pays to the dog. Is that she didn't even know for a week that there was a new water bowl that's 4 gallons big.
Well, and that's the big thing where you've heard me say it, but the dog being over there is not treated like a dog. She's treated like a house decoration. She's just there. And you've said it's like a toddler where don't care about it, don't want it, but the moment someone else wants it, oh, no, I really want it now. And that just sums it all up. That's pretty much how it is.
Yeah, that is how it is with her. And it makes me sad because Gertie is a really good dog. And, you know, what little attention we spend with her, she absolutely eats it up. And when we first started borrowing Gertie, she was a pain in the ass because no one ever worked with her. But McBallin and I have worked with her to the point where she doesn't bark anymore at night. She comes when you call her. She sits when you tell her. Like, she has really just done a full, like, turnaround, that dog.
Yeah.
So that it's upsetting, but my sister's just like, no, you can't borrow her anymore. And it's like, all right, well, it's just going to hurt the dog. So, all right, whatever.
I'm on a roll. I got 7 kills out of 100 players.
You're on a toilet paper roll?
Not that kind of roll.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought I'd check in and ask, so it's all good.
Oh, legendary. Let's see. What do we have? Sniper, rocket launcher, or rocket launcher. Oh, there's 2 people landing on me. How lovely. What? Ouch.
What, did you get killed there?
Yeah, I got too cocky.
Oh, boy. Well, I don't know. I've got I'd say about 250 pieces left on here. Maybe
I
a few.
thought you'd be further along.
Yeah, I think this one's 3,000 pieces.
Oh, dang. So I'm assuming, well, the cliffside, that's a bunch of pieces, but the interior, is that very detailed?
Yeah, if you look at the roof right here, the roof has got a lot of
Oh, yeah.
it's got a lot of pieces to it. And I really no, and I'm not getting on Lego at all. I like when they get this detailed. I think it's really cool. And yeah, I wish they would do more sets like this where they actually try, because if you look at their police stations and fire stations, they're pathetic.
Yeah.
I mean, the last fire station they did, only the cab, the front part of the fire truck fit inside the garage. That's how pathetic it was.
And it's hard for me to stay energized inside my room.
Why's that?
So I got 3 critters just passed out. Max is passed out on the bed. Ash is passed out on the cat tree. And Ivory's passed out, laid out on the bed. I got 3 things around me just knocked out.
Well, I don't know what to say about Max, because Max has always been just something that just lays around.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's some days I wake up and I've been awake for like 4 hours and I'm still in bed and Max is right there holding on to me with his paw. Don't leave. Don't get up. And I've tried it with him before. There was one day when I was living out on my own. Me and Max spent the entire day inside my bed. He didn't move. He didn't want to move. He didn't want me to move. If I let him, he'll have me lay down all day.
Well, I'm sure Enzo's would be the same way. He lays around most of the day too.
Yeah, there was one day when you were gone, I had Enzo on my bed and I laid with him, and man, we were laying down for like 8 hours and he didn't get up at all. I mean, he just wanted to stay right there. I was like, okay.
Yeah, you gotta love him for that. I do like having him around. I'm just really glad he's a part of my life. He's a special dog, really loving, which is why it makes certain things sad, but I'm not going to mention any of that.
Yeah.
I know you know what I'm talking about, but yes.
I try to laugh about it, hiding the tears in my eyes.
One of the things I don't like about having Enzo, though, is other people. Because other people, either they get scared of him because he's big, or
They want him.
Huh?
They want him.
They want him, yeah. Or they'll say, that's a beautiful husky you have there. And it's like, dude, he's not a husky, damn it. He's definitely a Malamute. Look at him.
Oh, this is scary. There's 2 people at my house. Oh, got him. All right. All good. Well, I was surprised. One of my friends, he saw him and he was like, oh, yeah, that's a German Shepherd. And I was like, really? No one's actually ever been able to figure out what he is.
That is true. Most people don't see the German Shepherd side to him, but to that, I would just say, are you blind? Because you look at his face, and if you only looked at his face, he looked just like a German Shepherd. But if you look at his the rest of his body, he looks like a dang Malamute.
Yeah. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to third party. Oh, got him. I think you'd like this game. It'd be a very steep learning curve and a lot of deaths, but I think you'd like it.
You know, I miss video games that use joysticks.
What is it? That there was one, the Spider-Man one. I really want to play that one again with the joystick.
Oh, I love that Spider-Man one where you jumped around and stuff with the joystick.
Yeah, I really like that one.
I'll bet you we can find it on Steam.
Yeah. I mean, I remember
I don't have
playing
a joystick.
Oh, we'll have to order one, but I remember playing it when I was younger, and that game was harder than crap. Struggled playing it. And then I think I got to the end, but if I'm not mistaken, there is no beating it. Like, I thought it was a skill issue, but apparently you just reach a certain point and you're forced to die.
Yeah, you reached a certain point and it just glitched out.
Well, there's that. What I remember was Carnage. He was chasing me down in like this hallway or something, and there was no avoiding it. No matter what you did, you were caught and killed.
Yeah, I do remember that game. That was, I think we were living in Germany back when that was going.
Yeah, it's really old, but I do remember really liking that game. And like, I might be mistaken, but there was like this token you could get where the suit would invert colors and it'd be like white and black.
Honestly, don't remember that.
Yeah, it was like hidden. It was a hidden thing, but I just remember thinking that looked so cool. All right, where's the party people at? Okay, let's try not to die off the side of a mountain again.
Well, you know, dying is just a part of life.
It is.
I always hate when people said that stuff to me.
Well, my friend, his bio on social media, it's pretty grim, but I like it. Like, I think it's called nihilism, where it's like you understand that to be alive is to die at some point. So, like, nothing matters, but because nothing matters, why not just go out and do whatever you want? Like, it sounds backwards, but because nothing matters, like, why hold yourself back? I guess is the message of nihilism. And he has this thing that kind of puts things into perspective where it's like to be born, live, and then rot was the plan from the beginning.
That is true.
I mean, very grim, but I think it kind of helps pull your head out of your butt when you're thinking too much about stuff. Like, you're gonna die anyways, so just try what you want to do, even though it's scary and stuff. I mean, the only thing guaranteed in life is death, so have fun.
Well, I would say that's true, with the exception of don't do anything to hurt anybody else.
Yeah. Well, and I think you know how I feel about this. I'm very big on, if I choose to do something stupid, that's fine. I'll bear the consequences. But the moment my stupid choice affects somebody else, that's when I have a huge problem.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, where did he get killed from? Oh, boy. Someone stole my kill.
Okay. Oh, here it is. I always hate that. I feel like I'm losing pieces or missing pieces, and then I'm about ready to give up on it, and then it's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Like
it's here all along.
Lego builder thing. Okay, we got our antenna here.
Is that a person? No.
Well, I'm almost done here. This is the exciting part of the build when you can pretty much finish it up. Just be done with it. Looks like I got 2 roofs to go. I am missing a couple pieces. I'll have to grab those later, but not too big of a deal.
Ooh, found somebody. Let's see. Wow.
What happened there? I wasn't watching.
Absolutely smoked the guy. I wasn't even aiming. I was hip firing, so no scope, and just shredded him.
Yeah, this is a pretty piece intensive build, but I super love how they do this, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail on that.
But
Yeah,
like
one of
I
my
said,
friends were making.
oh,
What?
go ahead.
I was gonna say one of my friends were making fun of Matt. They were like, "I don't even think he knows that he's alive."
I think he does.
He's so carefree. Learn a
Oh,
thing or two from Max.
Of course, he's carefree. I mean, he doesn't have to pay rent, doesn't have to have a job.
Gets fed, gets to sleep, gets to do whatever he wants all the time.
But I'm excited to get this done, and just to work on the city in general, because I want to do the Italian Riviera expanded, and then the other thing I want to do is work on the mine, the abandoned mine, the wind turbines, like pretty much everything. I just want to get it done. I'm like, I really enjoy building this city, and I really enjoy sharing it with others, because for me, it's a lot of fun to think about things and then be able to create it, and then
Yeah.
then I get to share it with others.
Ow, that really hurts. That really hurts. I don't know what that is. That hurts.
Well, what was that? You don't know?
It was a assault rifle, but he was very accurate. It really hurt. Trying to snipe him. I have a very weird setup.
Well, I think I need to mow the lawn. That back lawn's getting me pretty dang long back there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got him. Whew. Dude had 5 jump pads on him? That is ludicrous. Yeah, I've thought about hopping on the mower.
Oops. Why didn't that work? Did I not do that right? No, I did not somehow. All right, well, let me fix that. I don't know how I screwed that up. I thought I followed directions, but I am a guy, so following directions is not my forte.
Yeah, I'm sure your wife would agree with you.
Oh, I'm sure she'd agree with me 100% on that.
Oh,
That's just part of married life, in my opinion. Well, it looks like I got one more roof to build, and then I am done with this whole entire build, which means I can go outside and mow the lawn, and then after that, work on my video that I want to build or release for tomorrow. If I don't get to releasing it tomorrow, I will release it Tuesday.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go use the bathroom, and I'll be back.
All right. So, what plans do you guys have for this holiday weekend, or at least for those of you who are in the U.S.? Oh, let's see. All right. I don't really have plans for the holiday weekend. My plan is just to get a couple videos done. And like I said, I got a big decision to make. And I think I have come to the conclusion. What I'm going to do is just the question is, how am I going to tell the other person involved? And no, it's not a marriage issue. It's a job issue. So it's a pretty big issue to conquer, but that's one of the necessary evils in life. Sometimes you got to make decisions you don't feel like making, you don't want to make, but oh well. Oh, my camera's dead. Let me put a new battery in. All right. Okay, we got the roof on there. Now we just have a few little, I want to call them decorations, I guess. We just have a few of those, and then this building will be done. Or this build will be done, I should say. Okay, so we put this little table right here in. Yeah, Sony camera, that's correct. I really do like the Sony camera, though. I've had it for 6 years. There is one problem with it. I can no longer do time lapses that are photos because the button doesn't respond anymore. But for having it for 6 years, I think I'm okay. I'd like to get it a new camera, but it's not in the cards right now. What kind of camera do you use? If you don't mind me asking. It is so much easier building it when there's so few pieces on the board. When you first start a build, it's like, oh man, finding pieces is a pain in the butt. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we added a little bit of advertising here at the front of this. And it looks like we got a scooter to make. Oh, we need another handle. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I forgot about this. A lot of little details to this thing.
All right, I'm back.
I've got about 20 pieces left on the board. And then I'm gonna skedaddle out of here and do something else, like mow the lawn. I know, it's so much fun, it's invigorating.
All right, I got one more story. Just randomly found it.
All right.
All right. Would I be the asshole for not babysitting drunks I was the designated driver for? I offered to be the designated driver for a group of fans attending a club show. I traveled to another city for this show, met mutual fans online, and made the driving arrangement because I don't drink and I drive a 7-seater SUV. We all met for the first time in real life at the venue. About an hour into the show, two of them were ejected being drunk and disruptive. At first, I stayed inside the venue. My feeling was I'm responsible for getting them home, but I'm not responsible for babysitting them while they wait outside the venue for the show to end. However, a person that saw them get ejected approached me and saying, "Hey, aren't they with you? If you brought them here, you have to go with them and make sure they are safe outside." So then I felt like an asshole. So I left and spent the last hour of the show outside with them until the event ended, and the other people that I drove came out and we all left together. They both appreciated me babysitting them. Both of them messaged me apologies the next day and offered to cover the cost of my show ticket, which I didn't accept, but I was thankful they offered. But to be honest, I really didn't want to leave. I only did it because that random person made me feel like an asshole for staying. Would I have been the asshole if I had stayed? I'd say not at all.
Same here. I would say not at all because they did not agree to. They only agreed to be the ride home, nothing else.
Yeah, like if you left and you left them there, yeah, you'd be a bit of a dick, but it's not your fault that they were acting stupid and got kicked out. You don't got to suffer for that.
Yeah, their expectations are pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a fishing thing here. Boy, this build just feels like it goes on forever. Maybe because it does.
It's been an hour and 41.
Yeah, and I already spent like 6 hours on it yesterday. Well, I was supposed to be working. Oh, I didn't say that. What am I saying? Actually, my job doesn't care. Okay, we're done. Here we go. Here's the Italian Riviera, everybody. This is going in the city shortly, and we will be expanding it by quite a bit. And when I say quite a bit, I really mean quite a bit. We're going to be adding several buildings, a church, all kinds of stuff, a lighthouse to this area. But stay tuned for those in my videos and live streams. If you guys would, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, remember, if you need dividers for your Akro-Mils drawers, we do produce these, and we do put my name indented in there, so you don't forget where you got it from. But it does not affect the functionality of this. We sell them in packs of 32 on Etsy. The description is in the link is in the description, if I can even talk. Thanks, McBallin, for being here. Thank you, everybody else. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, and I'll catch you guys on the flip-flop.
Yep, have a good night.